Hey everybody, welcome back to another news update video, a little bit of a commentary video, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Switch eShop, because we're going to be working out, is 2020 the worst year for Nintendo or Nintendo Switch so far? Now, we're going to be working this out by the amount of titles that have come out in 2020, and we're going to compare that to other years. So far in 2020, we haven't had that many directs, and I understand that, from a Nintendo fan standpoint, we haven't had that many directs. We haven't had a big full direct in almost a year at this point. And in terms of directs, in terms of announcements, in terms of knowing the future, we have had a very, very, slow year, and has been frustrating as a fan to not really know what's coming up on the horizon. But in terms of sheer content that's come out for the game, this is what we're going to take a look at. So, basically, we started off 2020 with, I believe, this came out in 2020. So yeah, let me just double check. So yes, this came out literally 3 days into 2020. It's brain training. So we've had one title release in 2020. Then we had the Sword and Shield expansion pass. That's another title. We'll add that. I mean, it is DLC, but we'll add that to the list. Tokyo Mirage Sessions also came out, published by Nintendo. That's a third game. We also had Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, that being a fourth game. Animal Crossing New Horizons being a 5th game. Good Job being the 6th game. Xenoblade Chronicles being the 7th game. World 51 Worldwide Games being the 8th game. Jump Rope Challenge being the 9th game. Paper Mario the Origami King being the 10th game. And Cadence of Hyrule DLC being the 11th game. Now, so far that's 11 things launched, published by Nintendo so far, and I haven't counted Bravely Default 2 because that isn't out yet, and I haven't counted Pokemon Home because that's more of an app. So 11 things launching for Nintendo Switch in the month of August. Let's just say, from January to August, we had 11 things made by Nintendo launched for Nintendo Switch. Okay, and if we scroll right down, let's have a look at 2019. Alright, let's see what 2019 held for Nintendo Switch. Now, I believe we started off the year with Fitness Boxing, but let me double check that. I believe that started off in 2019. Oh no, that was 2018. Okay, we'll not count that. So we started off 2019 with New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe. So that's 1. Tetris 99 being 2. Captain Toad DLC being 3. Yoshi's Crafted World being 4. Box Boy Box Girl being 5. Cadence of Hyrule being 6. Mario Maker 2 being 7. Dragon Quest Builders 2 being 8, Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 being 9, and Fire Emblem Free Houses being 10. So yeah, we kind of have a similar amount of games released in the same amount of time. With examples, Astral Chain, Kirby, all the rest of it that came later in the year, being these really, Kirby, Daemon X Machina, Legend of Zelda, Dragon Quest, Luigi Mansion 3, Pokemon Sword and Shield, all coming later in the year. Now, I hold my hands up here. These games are no way near as big as these games down here. No way am I comparing Mario Maker 2, Dragon Quest, or Marvel Ultimate Alliance to things that have come out this year, such as Pokemon Mystery Dungeon or Tokyo Mirage Sessions. But you have to think of it like this. Nintendo is a business, okay? I'm a shareholder within Nintendo, and I'm Nintendo. I look at things just as numbers. I look at it in terms of products that we've released within a year. If you just look at the products they've released, they're still doing pretty decently in terms of their normal output. They're still releasing the same amount of games. Now, granted, the games might not be huge, big first-party system sellers. They might be for some people, but not, these big, massive titles that everybody loves. So, in terms of Nintendo, they've actually put out the same amount of stuff. Let's compare that to 2018, actually. Let's go right back. I think they put out less in 2018. Alright, so we started 2018 with Kirby Stylized, so that's 1. Donkey Kong, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They're putting between 8 and 10 games out per year, with the rest of it all coming out post-August. Mario Party post-August, The World's Ends With You post-August, Pokemon games post-August, Smash Bros post-August. Now, what does this mean for the future? I think this means that we've had a weird year, and I think, it has been weird for fans because it's one of those things where it's like, we haven't had directs, and I think the fans have had a pretty bad year in terms of announcements. I'll admit, we have a bad year in terms of announcements, but in terms of the sheer amount of games that are coming out, the sheer amount of titles that are just on the eShop, it is probably rivaling the same amount of content that we'd be getting. Granted, that content might not be enjoyed by a larger target audience, but just looking at the numbers, they're still releasing stuff for this year.